Today's talk is about options. What do I mean? Well, in today's economy and today's society and 2012 prophecies and all this stuff, boy, it's all negative, isn't it? Turn on CNN once and you'll see what I mean. It's just everything says you can't win. This is what's against you. You get up in the morning and it seems like society is just out there to get you. And if you don't feel that way, I congratulate you, because I know that 8 out of 10 Americans nowadays feel like that life is just a struggle to get by, to pay the bills, and then come home. It's no longer about the way America used to be, about fulfilling your dreams and the white picket fence and the 2.5 children, which it should be. And there's no reason it can't be. But society and the news will tell you, you know what, you can't have all that because you got to worry about your credit score, and then you got to worry about someone stealing your credit score, and then you got to worry about this, and then you got to worry about that. Worry. My first advice to you, if you're wondering, if you're listening to this talk, is turn off the freaking news. The news is nothing but negative. You'll still know what the highlights are. If the world's ending, believe me, you're going to know it. Everything else, you don't need to know who was shot down on Southeast Street last night. You don't need to know about what the current banks are going on right now unless you're in the trades or something like that. If it's part of your job, then fine. But you don't need to turn on CNN or the daily news in the morning to find out anything more than just the weather. And really, you know what? The weather's going to come either way anyways. So the reason I go on this little rant about all the negativity going on is because our talk is about options. And how can you see that you have any more options if you're so embedded in the negative society thinking that there aren't any more options? Now, I can prove to you that there's always more options when facing any kind of challenge in life. And I can prove it to you right now. Look around. What do you see? You're alive. That's the one thing that you know, that you're alive. You've made it to this point so far, haven't you? And I guarantee that in life you've had times when you thought there were no more options, that you were at a dead end. And somehow you pulled through it. Why? Because there's always more options. It's just the law. There's always another option. There's always another way. There's always another person you can talk to. There's always another belief that you can take on. There's always another level that you can step up to and say, you know what, I haven't done everything I can do. Because when you think you've done everything you can do more. That's the first thing we learned in the military, is they push you beyond what you think is your limit, and then they say, give me more. And that's how they take boys and make them into men. And that's what I'm trying to help you today too. Now, if you're a woman, well, I'm sorry, I can't make you into a man. I don't want to make you into a man. But I want to make you into a stronger woman. Or at least help you to get there. So remember, in this short talk about options today, there's always another option. If you think you're at your dead-end road, whether it be financially, in your relationship, in your marriage, if you think if you're depressed because maybe you've had a loss in your life, or just whatever it may be, economic conditions, the 2012 prophecy that the world is going to end, let me tell you something about that. It may be true. It may be true that the world's going to blow up in 2012. It may be true that the world is going to change immensely in 2012. Does that matter right now? It's the quality of life you have, not the length of life that you have. It's what you do with the time you have that matters. If you believe in God at all, then can you imagine him saying, what did you do with the time I gave you? If you were so busy looking towards the end, what did you do in the dash? And what do I mean by the dash? Well, you look at the headstone, it says from 1918 to 1989. That little dash in between the numbers is where you live, not the two numbers in between it. So remember, there's always another option. Always another option. I want you to go forward, step up. Remember that you can always do something more, always do something better, always improve yourself. Today is your day. Today is a new day. So go out there and step up.